Happy greetings, everyone. My name is Chef Crystal Forman. I'm the owner and educator of Holistic Wellness and Health. Holistic Wellness and Health makes healthy living easy, nutritious, delicious, and fun, with a focus on plant-based foods to help you live a healthier and more vibrant life. We offer health coaching, cooking classes, cooking demonstrations, meditation, as well as healthy plant-based, really everything health and wellness workshops as well. So today we are making smoothies. We're going to do a mango pineapple smoothie and crunchy zucchini round. So we're going to bake them. And we have our beautiful zucchini from Moon Valley Farm. And we're also going to do or make some yellow squash rounds as well. So we're going to use the same recipe, and we're going to use some yellow squash since I had that on available. We have our frozen fruit here, and we're going to put some lemon cucumbers in for our smoothies as well. So if you want to have it nice and refreshing, you can add some lemon cucumbers. So camera guys having fun here. It's all good. So we are going to, is anyone live? Yes, we have a few people. So if you're here live, make sure to put down hashtag live and let me know you're here. Say hello. If you're watching this as a replay, put down hashtag rerun or hashtag replay and let me know that you are watching this as well. If you have any comments, questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section. If we don't get to them while we're live, I'll go back and look at the comments and check them out then. I did put the link to the smoothie recipe. It's available at holistic-wellnessandhealth.com, so you have that available. So let's get started. We have our zucchini rounds already cut into about 1/4 inch thick rounds. And I have my almond flour. You can also use regular flour. So I have 1 cup of almond flour and 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. So this is basically the ingredient for making your own Parmesan, own vegan Parmesan cheese. So I'm just going to mix that up. Usually for the vegan Parmesan, I'll add some garlic powder and salt to it as well. But this is, I'm going to add salt later on. So this is just the base here. We have a cup of almond milk, but you can use any plant-based milk you want to use. And here we have 1 1/4 cup of panko crumbs, breadcrumbs. And to that, I'm going to add in 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, 1 teaspoon of dried basil leaves, and 1 teaspoon of dried oregano leaves. I'm putting all of that in here. I'm just going to mix that together as well. So that'll add our flavor. You can really add any seasonings you want to for this. If you don't have the dried basil, you can use thyme or rosemary, really anything you want to use. So that's that. So we're going to start with our rounds here. I do have my baking sheets ready. I use parchment paper just to make it easier. This is a no oil recipe, no oil added. So I want to make sure I have something that where it won't stick and it'll make cleanup a lot easier as well. If you don't want to use parchment paper, you can use silicone sheets as well. All right. So I'm dipping this in my milk, my almond milk or any plant-based milk. And put it in my flour mixture here. I'm gonna dip it in the milk 1 more time. And then I'm gonna dip it in my panko crumbs so it's nice and coated. You see that? You can do that several more times. And the panko crumbs is what's gonna make it nice and crunchy. So just repeat that step. This is a fun activity for youth, for kids to do as well. So if you have a couple of kids with you, you can do like an assembly line or just have one kid do all of the dumping and dipping and everything. Milk, flour mixture, milk, and our crumbs here. If you don't have the breadcrumbs and you just want to use like just a plain flour on the side, you can do that as well. You can make your own breadcrumbs from old bread and just like crumble that up as well, or get some croutons, and that'll work nicely. It doesn't have to be the panko breadcrumbs. keep on doing that. I'm going to mix it. I'm doing the yellow squash as well as the zucchini for this. Both the yellow squash and the zucchini are very high in vitamin A and vitamin C, which is very important for our immune system as well as internal health. So like the vitamin C helps with our collagen formation and helps us have nice, healthy blood vessels as well as nice, healthy skin. So this is a great way to keep youthful skin without having to buy a lot of those vitamin C serums and all those other things you see online. This is a tasty way to do it too. So keep on dipping. Dip again. Does anyone have any questions about this? So our yellow squash is also high in manganese. The manganese is great for our bone health in addition to calcium and vitamin D and boron. We do need some manganese. We only need a trace amount, small amount, but we do need that for optimal bone health and bone functioning. Let's do this a few more times and I'll get this one in the oven and then we'll continue with the other a little later. Our zucchini is about 95% water. So this is a great, refreshing treat to eat. You can eat it raw in salads. I've done a recipe that we made pickled zucchini and pickled yellow squash, so you can check that out. It's on the Facebook page as well as on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're putting up new videos usually at least once a week. And I'm almost at 100 subscribers, so I really appreciate it if you can just hit that 100 mark. When you're doing this dish, you want to make sure that your rounds are all about the same size, and that'll help it bake evenly. Like everything will bake at the same rate. Almost done this sheet. So no questions yet?
No.
Any comments?
No.
Everybody can hear me okay? I'm not talking to myself and my family?
No comments.
Okay. Making sure. This will be the last one I do for this. Just in a flour mixture. If you don't want to use, so this is a gluten-free recipe if you use a different flour. The panko does have gluten, but if you want to make it completely gluten-free, you can do that. Because I'm using the almond flour, it's actually adding some protein to this dish as well. I'm going to just rinse off my fingers and then get this in the oven. So actually, if you want to fall into the oven, then I'll. So just putting this in 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes, and we'll come back and check. 25 minutes to 30 minutes. All right. So we are going to make our mango and pineapple smoothie. Today we are using 4 cups of oat milk. You can use any plant-based milk you want to use. I like to use oat milk, especially when doing the demonstrations, because most people are not allergic. This is vanilla flavored oat milk. There are so many brands out there now. Just 2 years ago, you could maybe find one, but now there's like 4 different brands at the Giant. So you can find it pretty easily now. I have 16 ounces or 2 cups of my frozen pineapples here. And then this is a mix, yes.
Soul says hi there. And let's see, Tavon Sanders says hi, happy Friday, thanks so much. And Detailer, thanks Detailer. Detailer confirmed that they can hear us.
Awesome, okay. Thank you. Thanks everyone for saying hi and tuning in live. And everyone is welcome. Thank you all as well. So we have our 4 cups in. We have our pineapple. So depending on how thick you want it, you can add more or less fruit. I like it kind of thick for like the consistency. I like to use frozen bananas because it kind of makes it a little more smooth and makes it more like a milkshake. And if you want to, you can add ice, and the ice will make it a little thicker and add more water content and help decrease the calories if that's a concern as well. So we have 10 ounces of the mixed fruit. So this is mango, papaya, banana, and mango, papaya, banana. I think that's it, the tropical blend. So I'm putting that in. And I'm going to add half of a lemon cucumber. If you want to, you can add spinach or some kale as well. But you're not going to taste this. This adds a lot of more refreshing, like it's just more refreshing. It's almost like adding watermelon to your smoothie. It's got a nice high water content, and it's high in a lot of minerals as well. So this is something good to add. So I'm going to cut the ends off of this. My lemon cucumber. This is a pale cucumber, and I'm going to add half of it to start, seeds and all. I'm just going to cut it one more time, make it easier to blend.
How does the flavor compare for the lemon cucumber to standard cucumbers?
Standard when we get from the supermarket,
Yeah.
It's a little milder. There is a difference. I do taste a difference in flavor, but still has that traditional cucumber. This almost not like a melon, like a honeydew.
So it's a little sweeter?
Slightly sweeter. Yeah, it's not quite as bitter. Some cucumbers, the skin is a little bitter, and I found this to be a little less bitter, which is perfect for a smoothie. And if you want to, you can add agave. I'm not going to add that yet. I'm going to taste it before adding any extra sweetness because our pineapples are super sweet. And this is going to get a little loud.
So Leah said she had never heard of lemon cucumbers either, and she asks, where can you find them?
I usually find them at the farmers markets, Waverly Farm Stand, the Farm Lines of Baltimore. Let's see, the Plantation Park Heights, I believe they still have some. I got these from Moon Valley Farm CSA box, so that's where these came from. You can find them sometimes at the natural stores like Mom's. They should have it as well. But definitely support your local farmers and local farm stands if you can. Mom's, of course, purchases their produce locally as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's on. It's going to be a little loud. This is a high power blender, doesn't take quite as long. And so y'all can see, blend it pretty smoothly here. So I'm going to put this in. I have some family members, young ones here, so I'm going to put it in this cup. But before I do that, let me taste it and decide whether it needs anything else. And also, I will probably add some kale to the rest. So, but I'm not sure how everyone's going to feel about that. One moment. Oh, that's so sweet. Like, I feel like it doesn't need anything. I don't even want to add the kale to it. I think I'm gonna leave it alone. So I'll let them taste it. And then if they feel like they need anything else extra, I'll add it. But this is super refreshing, delicious drink. The cucumber helps have like a slight melon taste to it, but really you can't taste that much at all. It's really just the pineapples.
Do you ever make your own oat milk? If so, any tips?
Yes. So I make my oat milk the lazy way. 4 cups of water and 1 cup of oats, put it in the blender, blend it, and I use it. However, some people don't like it that way. So you can, once you blend it, you can actually put it in fine mesh or some type of colander that's really fine. And you can put cheesecloth on top and just pour it through. And then this kind of, you'll have some residue left from the oats, the ground up oats, and just squeeze that, and then you just have a nice smooth oat milk. I actually like it the way I do it because I'm not losing anything. And because it blends so smoothly anyway, I just rather just use it like that. So it's a lot less expensive to make. You can make your own oat milk for like 15 cents, not even.
For how many ounces?
For 32 ounces, which is the same size as, right, you know? So oats are pretty inexpensive, and most of it's water. And you can add flavor to it. I sometimes will add just a little bit of pink Himalayan salt and vanilla extract. So you can hook it up how you want, because it is kind of plain if you don't do anything else with it. But it has a great texture, and you can put it, like I've used it to make oatmeal cookies. So it's like super oatmeal, like oatmeal milk, oatmeal cookies, oatmeal flour, and oatmeal oats. So like the rolled oats. So yeah, you can do a lot with it.
Wonderful question, Corey. Thank you. Davita said she was going to ask the same question about the lemon cucumber. And Leah asks, any specific cut of oats?
Yes, good question. So rolled oats is what I usually use. Sometimes I do soak it for just a little bit before blending it. So I might soak it in the water for about 10 minutes and then just turn the blender on. And that makes it even finer. So I really don't feel the need to strain it. But if you want it for super smooth, you can do that. But rolled oats is best. You can use instant oats. This next best. I have never tried it with steel cut. Like I just like steel cut the way it is. I wouldn't mess with the steel cut with that. And I just feel, I don't know, just do the rolled oats. It's easier to get your hands on. It's less expensive. It's a lot less expensive, and you'll get that flavor. By using that rolled oats, you're still getting the protein and the fiber and everything from those oats. Yeah, so that's a good way to go. Yeah. Any other questions?
Nope.
Awesome. So I'm going to continue this. I'm going to just check on our zucchini grounds and see where we are with that. And
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So some crops tend to have lots of genetically modified organisms, GMOs in them. Are oats one of those crops that you have to be really concerned about, like all kinds of pesticides and non-organic stuff?
That's a good question. Okay. So they do, in this country, we use a lot of pesticides on our grains, and that includes the oats. If you can get organic, I definitely suggest doing so. If you can get organic and gluten-free, that's great as well. I tell people that don't let that be a barrier if you can't. Because the rolled oats are about 2 to 3 times the cost of the other oats. At the same time, it's pretty inexpensive. So certain things is just worth, getting it organically. They use a lot of pesticides, which I really don't like, because they don't just damage the nervous system of the insects, but research has shown that it also damages our nervous system. So that's definitely something to be concerned about if you can avoid it. With most produce, like all of this is organic, but if this was not an organic zucchini, I could soak this in baking soda and get as many, like about 90% of the pesticides off. So that's something you can do, is like rinsing. But the oats is a little different because it's once you wet it, it's not too much you can do with that, unless you use oat groats, which is a whole another thing. I have not tried to do use oat groats to make oat milk. I'm sure it'd be good though, but I think you have to really soak it probably overnight. Yeah, something to experiment with. But yeah, if you can get organic, I say get it. If you can support your local farmers, just about all of them use sustainable practices, so that's best. If you can't, then if you can rinse it with the baking soda and possibly even vinegar rinse, that's really good to do as well. Of course, even organic produce needs to be washed, so you should wash whatever you have. Yeah. Any other questions? So our zucchini grounds are almost brown. I'm just going to take them out so you can see like the coating and see how crunchy it's going to be. So I'll be right back. So it's only been about 15 minutes, so it needs about 15 more minutes. I'm not going to turn it, doesn't really need it, but you can see that it's starting to brown. So I'm just going to sit it back in the oven for about 15 minutes. I'm not going to have you all sit here the whole time as well. So smoothies, of course, it didn't take too long to make today. Yeah, we're going to enjoy that. But this is basically what it's going to look like at the end, and you can serve it with dipping sauce if you want. I like to eat it just how it is as a snack, but it can also be a side dish. You can do like a agave mustard with it, ketchup, vegan ranch, whatever you want to do, like dip it with. And it's still zucchini season, so I'll be doing some more zucchini dishes. I'll probably do some zucchini fries, which would be similar, but there'll be some variations there. So we keep on playing with the zucchinis. I'm going to get my hands on some more okra because I've had a request to make some more okra dishes. So I'm going to do that, and eggplant as well. This Monday, I'll be doing the live at 5 at the Plantation Park Heights at 3811 Park Heights Avenue. This Park Heights in Springfield, and you'll actually see they painted the corner. It's beautiful, got purple and like mirror things. It's a beautiful corner, so you can't miss it. But if you do go past it, like you say, oh, there it is, just turn back around and come through. From 12 o'clock to 5 p.m. every Monday, there's a produce box giveaway with fresh produce. Most of it's organic, totally free. So if you can, if you just let other family members, friends know as well. Boxes are there Monday 12 to 5 or until they're gone. And then I go live at 5 p.m. on location there, usually use their produce or produce from our produce box. Tomorrow, I will be on location at White Lock Community Farm, and that will be at 12:20 p.m. weather permitting. So I will be there. If it's raining, I'll be there. If it's thunderstorming, I won't. So I'll make sure it's updated. The event is located on the Facebook page for Holistic Wellness and Health. So if there's any changes, I will update that. But I think the weather will hold out, so we should be good tomorrow. The farm stand at White Rock Community Farm is open at 10 a.m. from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Saturday, you can also check out the fresh farm produce at Waverly Farmers Market at 32nd in Barclay. So it's actually known as 32nd Street Farmers Market as well, but locally people call it Waverly, same place. So definitely feel free to check out these recipes. There's more recipes on the website, holistic-wellnessandhealth.com. Make sure you're liking the Facebook page and following us on Instagram. And also make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Chef Crystal Forman. I'm your plant-based health and wellness educator and coach. And I will be seeing you all hopefully in person either tomorrow or Monday, and definitely live at 5 next Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time.